Did this every day to manifest my desires. I stopped trying to control the outcome. That is the biggest thing to all of this. I gave up control. I started to let the universe guide me and take control to create what I want. You know what else I also do or did? I also started to live in the end of my desires. I started to live as if I got what I wanted. I started to purchase things that would represent what I wanted. For example, when I won the lottery, I started to act as if I won. I was prepared to win. I had my suitcase packed. I had the clothes I was going to wear. I had the car thing for my car I was going to buy. I started to pretend and act like I manifested it. The reason this is so important is because of one faculty of the mind. It's how the subconscious and the conscious mind works. In the subconscious mind, when I act as the end, it always assume I've won. It was a feeling that I took time to generate. Now look, this will take practice because your regular mind will disallow you to feel that way at the beginning. But the more you practice, the more you will see the results. Now check this out. Here's how this stuff works. Whenever I started to assume the feeling of winning or having my desire, whatever that is, whatever you want, my unconscious mind actually sees that as happening now. It brings me to the present moment. When I'm in the present moment now, I am more the observer rather than a victim of my thoughts. Let that sink in. Being the observer means I can choose whether or not to allow a thought in or disallow a thought in. I started to only allow thoughts that would make me feel good, which in turn raised my vibration. When it raised my vibration, I was always in a good space. You see, guys, when we try to control the outcome, we are using a very limited part of our mind. It's not up to you and I to control the outcome. Our job is to project whatever we want or desire, and then we expect it whenever it comes in. The in-between part, that's the universe. That's your higher self. We get stuck and we create the resistance to meet our desires or achieve our goals because we allow our logical thinking mind to make the decision for us because we think we're smart, we think we're intelligent. That's not intelligence. Intelligence lives in the higher mind. What we're using is logic and analytical skills that we've learned and conditioned from the past, which is an illusion as well. Okay? Let that sink in. Think about that. You have the ability right now to get whatever you want in life, but you just have to let go of the how and just let it come in. How do I let something come in that I don't know for sure? Well, that's how the universe works. Universe works with faith and expectation. There is parts of this thing that our minds just haven't developed the ability to learn yet. And because our minds haven't developed the ability to learn it, we have to start to embellish it into our minds. Get that? So once I started to do those two things, that's when I started to see things started happening for me. Now, the thing about it is, look, there are two realities that you live in simultaneously. You can live into a creative reality or a victim reality. Your brain can go in two modes, survival mode or thrival mode. Let me repeat that again. Survival mode or thrival mode. You can be into those two realities because part of your brain is always trying to be in the survival mode, which is the egotistical part of the mind, The other part of the mind is the intelligent higher mind, which is the thriving mind. So you can either be a victim or you can be the creator of your life. And being a victim actually is when you're trying to control. Because now you're control, you're going to create stress, you're going to create despair. When you become the authentic creator, you allow the universe to work within you. How all of this works, many of you should know by now, is it all works by what we project. Every single human being here have the ability to either feel something or see something in the mind. All of you have that. That is your gift to manipulate this reality. It is how reality is created. And then you are given another part, which is the subconscious, the creative part of your world. And when you impress that part of your mind actually exists is time indefinite. There is no past and there is no future. There is only the present. And within that mind, if you can put something in the end, you create an energy, a vibration that attracts it to you to experience. Every single thing you get in your life comes on a frequency, man. It's waves of energy disguised as matter. And when you can manipulate this, you will see the work. And look, I'll prove this to you. On my journey to winning that lottery, every day I would visualize, I would see the outcome. And it got to the point that it became a normal thing for me. I expected to win. I didn't know when, but I knew I was going to, and it was going to happen, and I expected it. And guess what happened? It actually did, and it happened the exact way I see it. So I am thoroughly convinced that all of this is my head in my mind that created the outcome. If it works for me, it sure enough will 100% work for you, because we are all wired the same way. This is how reality works. So you have to stop trying to control stuff. Your destiny, whatever it is you want to manifest, you already wrote it. It's written from the moment you conceive it as a desire. Did you know that? When you put something in the mind and you see it and you practice it, it's a desire which is now a manifestation. But you can't see it or you can't experience it yet because the brain hasn't caught up to that timeline. Now, as I said, it's going to take practice. But I repeat it again. The two things that you need to do to create what you want is stop trying to control the how or the when. Number two, live as if it's already happened. It's a mentality. It's a state. So how do you live as if it's already happened? I'll give you the big tip again. I say this to all my videos. There's all constantly new followers, new individuals finding this information. Make it a normal routine. Normality is the secret to your success. When something is normal, the subconscious is actually convinced. Remember, for you to create anything, you have to convince the subconscious, not the conscious. When you convince your subconscious, it's normal. It's like, think about normal stuff you do every day. You don't even think, you do it. You get up, put your shoes on. It's an automatic program. Everything is autonomous. Your heartbeat, autonomous. You don't even have to do anything. The subconscious loves normality. And the thing about the time thing is, here's the big thing about the time. Time is a construct in your ego. Did you know that your brain actually is not the part of you that predicts or interprets time? Time is actually interpreted by your heart rhythm. The way your heart beats, it tells the brain time variance. When do your heart beat? Now. Time is always now. The brain gets the interpretation from your heart rhythm, and then the brain constructs linear time, which doesn't exist. And that's the issue you have, because with linear time we try to control because we think we're limited and we don't have enough time, and then the past and the future. But science has just now shown new research that the heart is what tells the brain how to interpret time. New information. Your brain constructs an illusion, and that's where you get trapped. When you stop questioning, when is it going to come? How is it going to come? That's when it comes. Because you have to trust the process. You have to allow the universe to do its thing to bring it to you. It's been doing it for me for many, many years. It'll do it for you again. So I encourage you to start to practice living in the end, making it normal, use your imagination, and stop trying to control. You have so much more freedom when you do that, because you let go to let in. Remember how this stuff, energy works, right? For you to get something in, you have to clear something out. Space. We got to clear energy. Cause, effect. If I'm holding a control or trying, I'm not letting in the answers. For me to let the answers in, I have to let something out. In and out. In and out. Think about that. In and out. What is in? Your reality. What is out? The reflection of the inward reality. You see how simple that is? It's in and out. When I conceived the day I was going to win the lottery, when I conceived and I visualized it, I was in. And then when it manifested, it was out. But it was all created by who? Me, the higher self. What did I do? I didn't try to control. In, out, people. In, out. Remember that. The biggest tip for you to understand, to let something in, something have to go out. That's why we experience a lot of, when you get close to manifesting something, right? You're going to always get like a lot of problems. And that's because you're clearing the space. You're clearing the old energy to let the new energy in. Once you start to do that, as they say, game over. Got it? Now you have secrets. This I'm just showing you because someone asked me this question, say, hey man, can you do a video and show us how you did this, what you do every day? And that's what I did every day. I stopped trying to control anything. I go with the flow. And I look and I observe and I wait and I get the information and I take inspired action. You can do it too, guys. All right. See you next time.